in a taxi, headed for some Vietnamese food to make me feel better. Just had my blood taken for my work permit. It's a pain in the butt. It's what I gotta do to stay in this country. So they wouldn't let me video in the hospital, but I gotta go back there, pick up my results, and then get all my paperwork for the visa. But first, I think it's banh mi time. Yeah, gonna go to my favorite little Vietnamese restaurant. Good for banh mi, good for pho. They also have a couple other random things like the Vietnamese sausage, like mu yo tod, which is like the fried Vietnamese sausage. Really tasty stuff. So I'm gonna go in there, see what my friends are up to, and have a quick lunch. So this place is a little hard to find. It's over here near Klong Toi Market in this old condo called Rumpo Mansion. It's not really a mansion at all, but yeah, my favorite little Vietnamese restaurant is right here, hiding behind it. Really tasty place, my kickback place on a Sunday. One of the places is easy to catch me. If you're in Bangkok, you can look for me here. They have great Vietnamese coffee too. The restaurant is actually packed today. It's Sunday. I guess everybody, a lot of families in there, a lot of small kids. So I'm hanging out outside. I think while I'm sitting here, maybe I'll try to answer some of these questions that you guys have asked, or some of the feedback you guys are sending me. First, I have to say hello to my mom who's watching this. She just had knee surgery, so she's at home, got nothing better to do than watch me on YouTube, so I'm happy for that. She sent me a message from my stepdad that says, "Keep eating like that and you'll be BKK fat ass." Thanks, Mom. Let's see, what else? I have to give a shout out to Tom. Tom is always watching, always sharing the videos. He is the first and so far only person to send us a donation for the kids since we've started the channel. So since I've started making YouTube videos. So thanks for your support, Tom. I appreciate that. Guy, there's one Thai fan. I don't know if I have more Thai fans, but I got at least one Thai person, and his name is Guy. I was gonna say a Thai guy named Guy, but anyway, the guy came up to me. He caught me while I was videoing at the Oz Harvest event, came up to say hello. He's also a fan of Mark, so spotted me in those videos and then saw me in person. So that was kind of cool to actually meet someone that had seen some of the videos. Sia sent me a message and she did a recap of New Year's Eve live stream. She said her takeaways were: 1, traffic and ads, that's life. 2, all of us need about 8 to 10 more weeks to catch up on 2015. That's a reasonable request. And 3, life is too short for side alley fireworks. Yeah, so I have to do it big in 2016. None of the side alley stuff. Agree with that. That's a perfect recap. Thanks for all your comments about the dancing in the bird's eye view video. I think that was a lot of fun, and you probably would have seen some of that dancing on the awkward dancing on the live stream. Had my computer, the battery actually died from probably being on the balcony for too long. So yeah, thanks. I'll be trying to, when I get some downtime, to video answer some of your questions and comments. I've got people who are asking stuff about visa and music and cocktails and craft beer and yeah, some of my favorite things to talk about. So if you do have questions, leave me a comment. I'll try to both answer you personally and also talk about it, because I'm sure a lot of other people have those questions about Bangkok too. So those are my shout outs for the day, but maybe now we should talk about Vietnamese food, because I think this is more like Vietnamese American food, not necessarily Vietnamese food. There is a little bit of difference. A lot of the people that fled the Vietnamese War, including like the creator of sriracha sauce, and many of the Vietnamese immigrants who are responsible for what Vietnamese American food has become, especially popularizing dishes like banh mi, which is this French baguette stuffed full of sausage and ham, and it's got like a couple different types of pork in it, and it's got lettuce, it's got pickled carrots, it's got daikon, it's got all of these things on one sandwich, and then you got that crispy, crackly bread, usually with I don't know, I think they put mayo or maybe some type. Different stores will use some different type of sauce. So it's crunchy, it's filling, it's a favorite. I don't know if it's kind of like college food that goes along with pho, especially if you live on the coast or any kind of area that gets cold. I think pho places have gotten really popular. Sriracha has gotten really popular kind of as a result of some of the pho restaurants. So Vietnamese. Oh, I almost knocked over the camera. The Vietnamese American food has Vietnamese American food is special to me, and it's hard to find. Ironically, in Southeast Asia, it's hard to find the Vietnamese food with that American expression. So, with that American appreciation for sandwiches, with that American kind of artisan take on the pho broth, because I think even in Vietnam, you have to look for, and kind of search out a really good pho broth. You can't just walk up at any of the, street stalls and get exactly like complex and really smells good, and the meat inside of it is nice, and the noodles are cooked well, and there's so many degrees to it. So luckily, a friend here, his name is Alex. He's both Vietnamese and Laotian, so he speaks Laotian and he speaks Thai. His wife is Thai, and he grew up in the U.S., so they do really nice food here. This is, like I said, it's a kickback spot. It's not really a fancy place, and it's more like if you are here for a while, or you're just wanting something filling, something tasty, and something distinctly Vietnamese or Vietnamese American. This is a good spot. So I think I'm gonna show off the food and then enjoy the rest of the day recovering from the bloodletting earlier. I think all of the visa process here is painful. So I might talk about that in another video, not today. Otherwise I'm gonna have to order some vodka or something to have that discussion. But no, I'm gonna keep it chill today, get some food, go back and get my results, and then answer your questions tonight about Vietnamese food. I'm back after going inside to have appetizers with friends. I had a couple of different things that we always order. Like I said, the mu ya tod, which is the fried Vietnamese pork sausage. We had clear rice noodle wrap spring rolls with a couple different ingredients inside. We also had gyoza, of course not a traditional Vietnamese thing, but it's on the menu here and it's delicious. They've got it extra crispy now, so you got like a crunch to it, and it's like it's a dumpling with really kind of nice minced pork on the inside. So that was good, but now it's time for me to come back out here where it's a little quieter and have some privacy with you guys and my chocolate Vong sandwich. So this dish is named after a city in Vietnam where they do the big skillet, kind of skillet fried dill and fish and some bugs and stuff and other stuff inside of this dish, but it's really delicious. Got a very distinct flavor. If you do not like dill, you're not gonna like it, but everybody that loves dill, all the dill eating cultures, Laotians, Swedish people, anybody, Jewish people, anybody that loves dill is gonna dig this sandwich. And I don't think you guys can see that, but it's got a layer of special sauce there on the bottom, and inside it's got dill. In addition to dill, it's got some sauteed onions and also deep fried tilapia. So it's a fish sandwich. The bread is the French baguette. It's super sturdy. You can crush it. You can leave it in your bag on the way to airport, roll it out in the middle of the plane, and have like a delicious meal because the bread holds up so well. Good mix of sauce to other components. So like I said, it's a lot of dill if you're not into dill, but for me, I love it. So I especially like when you get that first layer of sauce that's kind of soaked into the bread, and I've got breadcrumbs everywhere. So that was, and that won't be for longer, the chocolate Vong sandwich. This is what I normally order, but you can come here and get a list of other great sandwiches, including traditional banh mi with a combination pork, a couple different types of pork in there. The shumai meatball sandwich here is pretty bomb. Yeah, I can't recommend that enough. It's also really filling, so I wanted something a little lighter today because got some more running around before I get home to edit. And yeah, this sandwich is good. They do a great pho. I'll be back later to talk about pho and different types of sriracha. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know below, like the Thai sriracha versus the American sriracha. Yeah, also some of my favorite topics. I love Vietnamese food. So yeah, leave me a message. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna finish getting breadcrumbs all over my face and hands. See ya. All right, so I finished my trip to the hospital for today. Wasn't that bad. The main thing is that they have to do a blood test, so it takes about an hour for you to get your results. Then after that, you have to go in and meet with the doctor. I think I was in the room for maybe about 4 minutes, and about 3 of those minutes I was just basically helping the doctor write my name. So, and then he asked me, do I have any of these diseases and stuff like that. So said no to everything, and he you know, he has to write something in there in Thai that confirms like I don't have like syphilis and a couple other things. So, but that's it. You pay 700 baht, which is around $20 for that check, and then that's part of the forms that you need to present in order to get your work permit, or in my case, to actually renew my work permit. So that's just a tiny part of the long process. I have a stack of visa paperwork about that thick in order to like renew my visa and be able to stay here long. It is not easy, so I know a lot of you will have questions about that, so I'll try to talk about this more in the future. But yeah, it ain't easy to stay here. They don't make it easy. Basically the best options are the more common options. Like people who know they'll be here for a while will get like an investment visa, or they'll get a education visa while they're learning Thai or something like that. Yes, there's some people come and study and do student visas. The other options besides that are work. I think work is a popular visa, but you do have to have the work permit, and it is a set of paperwork. You can't just work for any company. You have to have company records and pictures of the CEO and the office and a map to where you work and all this stuff, and how many Thai staff they have. Yeah, they make it pretty complicated. The same thing is true. A lot of people here also think that, okay, why don't you just get married to a Thai girl and then you can stick around? Sorry guys, that's also not simple. I mean, it can be done, but does require a lot of paperwork, and usually also unless you're retirement age, also requires you to show a significant amount of money in the bank. So yeah, not a great option if you're a YouTuber or you're here doing charity work or something like I am. So I actually have a volunteer visa through a Thai foundation. Yeah, it's worth it for me to be able to do what I do, but it is a pain. So I lose at least 2 to 3 days. Yeah, minimum 2 days a month just doing visa paperwork. So that's my little aside today. That isn't any really specific advice. I just want to let you guys know it ain't easy. And I'm like over here running across town just to get paperwork sometimes. And then maybe some of the more specific issues I'll talk about in a later episode. So do leave your questions. Thanks for watching today, and see you soon. Bye-bye.